it's really hard to tell for the average person whether something is not real or not. And we did talk about a little bit about this, where it's very
Yeah.
hard to believe what you see online nowadays. Um,
Yeah. It's only gotten worse. And I think I've been seeing a lot of stuff. I don't really do a lot of social media. I've been trying to build the YouTube presence more. So I've been trying to do some actual like reconnaissance, try to figure out how this stuff works. And I've been seeing a lot of stuff where I'm like, that's weird. It doesn't really feel real, but it's like small, pixelated enough where I'm like, it could be a really bad recording and it could have happened or not. And I suspect a lot of it's Sora video. So
mhm.
it's already starting to filter into the world, and it's not labeled. You know, they're detecting this stuff's pretty hard. It's I don't know. I feel like it's a newsworthy topic that people might be interested in our take on, but like we hit this last week, and I don't really have any more opinion other than it's an unnecessary technology right now.
It ties into some. I don't know that we talked about this in a cast, but I'm going to go full conspiracy mode here. There was some news. I don't remember how long ago. It was a few months ago, but someone on YouTube had noticed that the shorts that he was uploading were slightly different than the shorts he was uploading to other platforms. And then
Oh,
there were a bunch of people who looked into it, and it seemed like YouTube was modifying the short, digitally enhancing it. But it was just enough so that people were like, there's something a little bit off about this, but the
yep,
content's real. So
yep,
the conspiracy theory here is that we're slowly being trained to not recognize when something's slightly off with a video. We just assume
yeah,
the content's real because there was a point in time where things were real. So
yeah.
the slow training of brainwashing of what content is real and what isn't anymore is slowly being ingrained into us.
Yeah,
Um,
well, jokes on them. I don't think anything on the internet's real at this point. So, but
Andrew, we've
unfortunately,
never met in person. You didn't know I'm not real, actually.
we could both be AI.
Yeah, yeah, very true.
But yeah, I don't know. For me, it's like it's kind of a cool piece of technology. The negative aspects of it make it untenable to release to the general population, let alone at a scale, let alone on a platform that's,
Intended to share and
yeah,
get more people
intending for
onto
you to
it.
fake stuff about people and share it with, especially without their consent. And then they've been pushing back on people to say, well, if you don't want your likeness or your
You can
brand or
opt
whatever on
out or
here, then you have
whatever.
to tell us. And it's like, nah, you don't get to
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
That's not how this has ever worked. And, I feel like I'm belaboring at this point, but everybody needs to play by the same set of rules. And the tech companies, and if you're an AI company, that doesn't mean you just get to ignore the rules. There's
Mhm.
a there is a line between trying to expand what's possible given a new technology and the rules, but this is one of those things again where I can't possibly see a benefit to our society allowing people to like deep fake information or just create very realistic looking fake stuff. Like, I guess there's an entertainment focus, but the downside for me is so much more tremendous than the upside of entertainment.
Mhm.
And if I guess you could say if you were for entertainment, okay, fine. But there would be ways to do this that would be easily detectable or guardrailed a little bit more to keep it confined in the app and make it more difficult for people to exfiltrate the video and put it on another platform like Instagram. So it feels really lazy. It feels like there's something else going on that they're trying to push because it doesn't make a lot of sense right now. And I don't know if people want to check it out. I guess go check it out. I got access. I was playing around with it. I'm in the field. That's kind of part of the job, and I don't use it.
Yeah.
I don't really see a value, to be honest.
I mean, you can argue that this is just a play in a playbook to get adoption, or at least to get the brand recognition, as if they needed it anymore. But
Yeah, and they're collecting a ton of data. We've talked about this before too, and so if they're trying to improve their models, understanding what people are trying to generate, understanding, what gets engagement, it could be a giant A/B test, and at the scale that they have and the amount of money that they're burning, sure. But then you're again experimenting on people without their consent and trying to
Hmm.
make this appear to be some kind of social media tool. And we need to have a bigger conversation in our society about experimenting on people. If you were to do this in a university, you would have to go through months of human subjects
Yeah, I think you'll get
review.
rejected
But
outright unless, yeah,
yeah,